So you're thinking about moving to Dallas in 2026, guys. Listen, before you make that move, you and we need to have a real conversation. Because everyone online will tell you Dallas is all sunshine, opportunities, and super big houses. But there are a few things people forget to mention until you're already here. And trust me, you're gonna wanna know this stuff ahead of time before you fall into the wrong area and completely wreck your life. Now look, here's the crazy part. Dallas is one of the fastest growing cities in the entire country. But the real story behind why so many people are coming here, why some people regret it, and what's actually changing heading into 2026, yeah, that's the part that nobody breaks down in the right way. And look, I've helped tons of families relocate here. I've seen the good decisions, the bad decisions, and the why did nobody tell me this type of moments? So if you're even considering Dallas as a landing spot, this video is gonna be the cheat code you wish you had before making that decision. Because the Dallas that you think you know, it's not the Dallas you're about to walk into. And the one mistake I see people make over and over again happens before they even get here. So let's zoom out for a second, right? So why Dallas in the first place? Why are so many people still packing up and moving here even in 2026? And look, here's the truth, right? Dallas isn't just growing, guys. It's becoming one of the most important metros in our country. The DFW area added over 500,000 people in just a few years, guys, and it's still pulling in new employers, new startups, and the job opportunities like a magnet. When you look at the data coming out of the Dallas Fed or the Chamber of Commerce, right, it's gonna be the same story every single time. The job market here stays strong even when the rest of the country starts to slow down. We're talking healthcare, tech, logistics, and finance. You've got the options here. It's the whole gambit. And we're talking about those real options, and that's the big reasons that families, young professionals, and remote workers, they keep choosing Dallas to land on. It's literally one of the most diversified job markets in our country. So look, let's talk about the cost of living a little bit, because this is the one that gets people in trouble. I mean, compared to places like California, New York, Boston, right, Dallas feels like it's on clearance sale. And that's not wrong at all, right? The Chamber backs that up with all the numbers, but compared to what Dallas used to be, it's totally a different story now, right? Housing isn't the steal it once was, and the property taxes and insurance, yeah, they're gonna make you rethink that $7 latte habit real quick. But here's the thing, right? Dallas still gives you a level of lifestyle to income balance that a lot of major other cities just can't match. You're gonna get the space, you're gonna get the opportunity, you get the perks of the big city living without the constant chaos of living in one. And really the best part of it all is this city is changing so fast, right? New projects, new developments, new companies, right? The Dallas you see in 2026 is not the Dallas from even 3 years ago. And depending on where you're coming from, that can be a really good thing or an overwhelming thing. But it doesn't have to be, right? That's where me and my team come in, guys. No one has the boots on the ground in Dallas like my real estate team, and no one shares the in-depth insights into what it's like living here like you'll find on my channel, right? So if you're thinking about making a move down to Dallas in 2026, guys, feel free to reach out. All of our contact info is down in the description below and pinned to the top of the chat. So here's the part everybody worries about, right? The housing. Because if you're moving to Dallas in 2026, the market is, well, it's like calling it perfectly confusing, right? We're not in the pandemic madness anymore, right? There's no more 100K over asking, no inspections, what we here like to call the desperation Olympics, but we're also not in the bargain era as well. Listen, prices have softened in some of the pockets, but they've also stayed firm in other ones, right? The city averages are dipping a little bit, but metro averages are holding strong, guys. It's really a mixed bag, and the data is backing all this up. Our inventory, it's better, but it's not amazing, right? But at least you can schedule a showing without needing divine intervention right now. Homes are sitting longer, buyers actually have the breathing room, and Redfin even has Dallas ranked as one of the more buyer-friendly big metros right now in the United States. So if you're renting, honestly, this might be your best moment, guys. Housing options are solid. A lot of families that we're helping, their leases are ending and they're jumping into the market, right? They've been watching the channel for a while and really learning which areas are gonna fit best for them. But Dallas is huge, guys, and choosing blindly is the fastest way to end up saying, okay, maybe we shouldn't have bought a home and moved here in the first place. Now, the part that really shocks people, your payment isn't just the house these days, right? It's gonna be the property taxes, the insurance, and the utility bills during a Texas summer that feel like a prank. A lot of our clients from lower tax states get blindsided by that, so you definitely want the full picture before you jump in. I mean, the bottom line, Dallas in 2026 is a normal, steady, no drama market right now. Not cheap, not crazy, just balanced. And no, I'm not giving you mortgage advice or crystal ball predictions. I'm just helping you walk into this with your eyes completely wide open. So once you've made the decision to make the move to Dallas, this is where things start to get really exciting, right? Figuring out where you might actually want to end up living is going to be your top priority. And here's the cool thing about Dallas. This metro has a lane for everybody. You're not stuck with one type of lifestyle. You can go full city on vibes, suburban comfort, brand new master plan perfection, or lakeside serenity. Whatever flavor you're looking for, Dallas probably has it. When you're figuring out where to live, you can first focus on the lifestyle categories to figure out which lane matches you, right? So look, let's talk about some of these lanes real quick. If you want walkable pockets in the actual city feel, you'll probably find yourself exploring areas like Uptown, Knox Henderson, Deep Ellum, or the Lower Greenville corridor, right? I want you to think about restaurants in every corner, right? Rooftops, coffee shops, and the nightlife that's really gonna have you feel with things to do, guys. It's all packed into this little urban pockets that feel alive pretty much every single day of the week. Now, if you want the suburban space and convenience, right, there's tons of options for that as well. We're talking about Plano, Frisco, McKinney, Mansfield, Prosper, areas where you'll find parks, trails, newer homes, plenty of retail, and that clean, organized, everything you need in 5 minutes away type of lifestyle. Now, if you love the brand new communities, this is where Dallas really shines, right? The north and northwest suburbs are full of master plan neighborhoods with amenities that feel like vacation resorts, right? Pools, clubhouses, trails, playgrounds, even food truck nights. And this is gonna be that polished, easy living that a lot of people really love, right? If you want waterfront or lakeside living, guys, yes, Dallas actually has that vibe as well. Rockwall, Little Elm, parts of the Colony, you'll get sunsets, marinas, and that peaceful evening walk along the water that makes you feel like you're on a mini getaway. And then if you're the type of person who wants easy access to the airport, major corporate campuses, or transit, right? Pockets around Las Colinas, Addison, Richardson, and the future Silver Line stations are worth exploring. You're gonna get that perfect mix of convenience and lifestyle without feeling all the way out there. But look, here's the best part, guys. No matter what lane you pick, Dallas gives you options, and I'm talking about real ones. The metro is huge. It's gonna be diverse. It's gonna be constantly growing. So instead of trying to fit yourself into a neighborhood, you get to choose a place that fits the lifestyle that you want. All right, now we gotta talk about the stuff people don't put on Instagram, right? Because Dallas is amazing, absolutely, but it's not a theme park. It's a real city with real trade-offs, and if you're moving here in 2026, you need to know the deal so you're not blindsided. The most obvious one is the heat, guys. Dallas doesn't get warm. Dallas gets aggressive. July through September, guys, you walk outside and it feels like you opened the oven to check if your cookies were done. It's hot, it's humid, and your AC bill becomes a regular conversation in your household. But here's the twist, guys. The second fall finally hits, the second the leaves start falling off, the city becomes a dream. Perfect sunsets, patio weather, and the lake days. The whole vibe just shifts and you remember exactly why you moved here in the first place. Then there's gonna be the traffic aspect. Look, Dallas is a car city, guys. If you're coming from a place with actual public transit, you're going to feel like you've been dropped into a real-life Mario Kart map. Dallas has highway for days, toll roads that are everywhere, and at least one person driving like they're late to the audition for Fast and Furious DFW drift. But the positive spin on all this, Dallas is huge, guys, which means you can always find a pocket that gets close to your job, close to your lifestyle, close to your daily routine. Look, if you plan it right, you can dodge most of the chaos out here. And I get this question asked a lot. Can you survive without a car out here? And technically the answer is yes. But should you try it? Absolutely not. Dallas is just too spread out for that, guys. And like I said, while the Silver Line and transit improvements are definitely steps in the right direction right now, this is still the keys in your hands type of city, right? The upside is going to be parking is relatively easy, driving is normal, and you're not trapped shoulder to shoulder in a packed train at 7 a.m. Another question we get asked all the time is about the tornadoes. And to that I say, are tornado sirens a thing? Yeah, absolutely. Do you need to panic? Absolutely not. People here treat tornado watches like people in California treat earthquake. Annoyances, not apocalypses. You just got to be informed, know your zones, understand insurance before you buy, and you'll be just fine. And lastly, all the cost surprises. Listen, the house price is not actually the final boss. The final boss is going to be the property taxes and the insurance. I mean, folks from low tax states move here and suddenly they're like, wait, who am I funding with this escrow payment? Now, it's not going to be a deal breaker. Thousands of people move here every single month, but you want to know that part up front before you make any decisions. So yeah, Dallas has its grit, the heat, the driving, the sprawl, those sneaky bills, right? But guess what? Every city has its trade-offs and Dallas is no different. The key takeaway for this city is once you understand how it works, this place becomes one of the easiest big cities to actually live in. So now let's talk about why so many people move here and then never leave, right? Because Dallas is one of those cities that feels big, but lives really easy. You're gonna get those options and we're talking about real ones, right? If you want nightlife, check. Dallas has something for everybody. If you want the quiet suburbs, easy mode. If you want the lakes, concerts, sports, rooftops, hiking, food, shopping, you can have all of it without jumping through hoops out here. So let's start with the vibe a little bit. Dallas has this energy that's kind of hard to explain. It's gonna be ambitious, it's creative, and it's diverse, guys. It's constantly building something new out here. There's always some sort of festival, a show, a grand opening, and a new restaurant, a new reason for you to get out of the house and have some fun. You're never gonna be bored here unless you choose to be, and that's your personality. Now, while we're on the topic of speaking about restaurants, guys, the food scene here goes completely bonkers. Bar Barbecue, Tex-Mex, sushi, brunch, steakhouses, rooftop bars, Dallas does not play around when it comes to the food. You can eat out every single night for 2 years and still not hit everything that you want to hit. And the coffee shops around here, they're straight up aesthetic therapy. And then you got the outdoor activities as well. And yes, Dallas does outdoors better than people actually think. I mean, there's lakes everywhere, trails everywhere, kayaking, biking, walking paths. You get the parks to open spaces. And once Harold Simmons Park starts coming to life, guys, the whole riverfront vibe is getting a glow up like we've never seen before. I mean, if you love sports, welcome home, guys. The Cowboys, the Mavs, the Stars, the Rangers. This city shows up for its team like nobody else's business. Game days here, they feel like cultural events, not just sports. And here's the biggest thing people don't expect, guys. Dallas is comfortable. It's really easy to live here. You got the space, you got the amenities, you got the choices. You've got the mix of big city excitement and the suburban convenience that's really hard to find in any other major metro. I mean, from young professionals to families to retirees, everybody finds their little pocket out here. Everybody finds their people. Everybody finds the routine that actually feels good for them. And that's going to be the secret that nobody tells you before this move, guys. Dallas just feels good to live in, period. It's manageable, it's rewarding, and it's full of opportunities. And once you settle in, guys, you get why people say that and why they stay. So let's talk about who Dallas works for and who it doesn't. Listen, you know something that actually matters more than housing prices or commute times? Whether Dallas even fits the way you live your type of lifestyle. Because this city has a lot to offer, but it's not a one-size-fits-all type of situation. Let's start with the people who tend to thrive here, guys. If you like space, convenience, and a lifestyle that doesn't feel chaotic every second of the day, Dallas is going to feel really good for you. The city's spread out, but that also means you're not stacked on top of one another. Your parking is going to be normal, errands are easy, and you've got the room to breathe a little bit. If you're in tech, healthcare, finance, logistics, or any job hopping between corporate campuses, you'll love how many opportunities are scattered across the metroplex. You're not going to be boxed into one downtown job hub. You've got options everywhere. Remote workers, Dallas is going to be perfect for you guys. Tons of coffee shops, tons of co-working spaces, and tons of neighborhoods where you can set up a home office and not hear your upstairs neighbor practicing tap dancing at 10 p.m. Now, if you're someone who likes that big city energy with suburban comfort, Dallas nails that balance as well, right? You can go full urban and be in a walkable pocket at the same time. Or you can be in a quiet suburban lane and still have restaurants, parks, and everything within minutes. Let's talk about who's actually going to be the person that struggles here. If you need true full-time walkability, like you want your entire life within a 4-block radius, Dallas will test your patience. We have walkable pockets and they're great, don't get me wrong, but this is still a car-first metroplex. You'll survive without a car, but you're probably not going to enjoy it. Look, if you're not a fan of driving, the toll roads, or big city distances, you're going to feel that growing pain very quickly. Look, Dallas is large, like beautifully large, but that also means you're going to spend time behind the wheel. Now, the upside to that, you're probably going to have the nicest roads that you've ever driven on. And if you need that consistent public transit to function day to day, Dallas just isn't fully there yet, right? Like I said, the Silver Line, that will help, and certain pockets work really well for that, but we're not at New York or Chicago levels of transit. But here's the thing, and really the truth about it all, none of these are deal breakers. They're just the realities of living in the DFW. And the cool thing about living in Dallas is once you understand the way the city works, the layout, the lifestyle lanes, the pace, you can tailor your entire experience to what feels right for you. Dallas isn't trying to be every single city out there. It's trying to be Dallas. And if your lifestyle matches the rhythm of this place, you're going to love living here. So let's tie a pretty little bow on this thing. Before you make the big move, let me give you the quick checklist so you land in Dallas without any type of surprises. This isn't going to be some stressful type of checklist. This is going to be the thank me later version. First, make sure you understand the full cost of living here, not just the rent or the mortgage. I'm talking the property taxes, insurance, utilities, tolls, all the things people forget about until they see their first bill and go, wait, hold on a second. Knowing all this information up front just makes your life so much easier. Next, I want you to take some time to actually explore the metro before locking in a long-term spot, right? Dallas is massive. Each area has its own vibe, its own rhythm. Really, a quick scouting trip that can save you from ending up in a place that looks great online but doesn't match your lifestyle in real life. Then there's going to be the commute factor, and trust me, this one matters a lot. Dallas distance, it can be sneaky, guys. A short drive on the map can turn into a mini road trip at the wrong time of day. So you really want to check your routes, check your timing, and make sure the daily drive fits your pace. If schools are going to be a big part of your decision, then make sure to research those separately, guys. Every family has different priorities, and you want the info that matters most to you. Also, spend a few minutes learning about the weather zones and insurance basics, right? Nothing scary, just the essentials, guys. Flood zones, wind covers, the things that help you understand what you're signing up for if you're buying a home out here. And finally, have somebody in your corner who actually knows the area, guys. Dallas is big, it's diverse, and it changes super fast, and having someone guide you through it makes a huge difference. If you ever need need help understanding the metro or figuring out where to start, guys, we would love to be your real estate resource of choice, guys. Feel free to reach out. All of our contact info is down in the description below and pinned up there to the top of the chat. And the great thing about it, there's no pressure, guys. We're here if you need us. And if you do these few things we've talked about, then settling into Dallas in 2026, it becomes a whole lot smoother. And if you're still in that research mode, we definitely understand that. And we want to encourage you to continue watching all of the content that we provided for you to help you make the best decision for you and your family. What we decided to do is create entire bingeable playlists, and you can check those out right there.